Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Don Daniel, founder of P.I.L.L Method International, a better way to eliminate debt. And you are in this room, the P.I.L.L Method Club. And the title of our whole thing has been How to Pay Off Mortgages in About 7 Years. And well, all other debt as well. But I'm telling you folks, we started this journey 200 episodes ago. We're here 3 times a week, and it has been absolutely amazing. And some of the people that have been here with us along the way, Nabia has been a new addition to our club, and I've been on her podcast. Miss Nabia, how are you doing this morning?
I'm divine, sir. All is well in covenant land.
I am so glad that you're here to help us to celebrate today. And do you have a little comment for us today?
Sure, absolutely. Well, first of all, I want to welcome everyone into the club. Welcome to those that are in the listening lounge. I see 10K is in the house. Good morning to you, sir. And so I'm always excited whenever there is an opportunity to raise our level of consciousness, to be more responsible, to take a look at what we are actually doing. And I definitely want to leave this with people, this part right here. Never shoot yourself in the foot right before you get ready to run a race. Because this is what happens when we go to purchase something like a home, which is the biggest investment that we can make. And we get all happy about what we have just done to ourselves because we don't really understand what we are really doing to ourselves. So, hey, I'm on board and I'm so glad to be here. And my quote, as I always say, is it's the truth that you embrace that makes you free. So let's get ready, wrap ourselves up in some truth and walk in it. And with
Oh,
that, I land.
listen, I love that. Thank you so very much. Go ahead and introduce yourself before we bring Sean 10K in here.
Absolutely. My name is Nabia Bat Yehuda Harbin, and I am a realtor. I am known as Nabi, the real tour, because when we're out shopping for homes, we go on a tour. We get work done. And so I'm also a life coach. I work with those that are dealing with limiting beliefs and negative words. And I want to make sure that you align yourself with your vision. Align your heart, align yourself, and align your life with the vision that you say that you want. And so I love real estate, all things real estate, and I'm here for it. And I want to take you with me on this ride. So let's get it done. And with that, I yield.
Thank you so very much. Sean 10K, what brings you here this morning, sir?
I mean, when I hear it's the 200 episode, I'm like, wait a minute. I remember before the first episode, this guy was complaining that they would kick me off the stage. They wouldn't allow me to speak. I'm like, start your own. 200 episodes later, you became a giant. So I'm here to support you, man. I'm here to help you to celebrate your 200 episode. And most importantly, for anyone who's going to be listening to the recordings that are in the room, you know, listening is cool, is great and everything, but taking action based on what you agree with, what you've learned is the most important thing. And that's what I'm here for, Don. So I'll send the mic back over to you.
All right, Sean, go ahead and introduce yourself, man, because you're going to be helping us celebrate today. And I need you to introduce yourself and tell the folks how you and your company are going to help us celebrate with your 10K card.
All right, guys, what's up? Sean Lashley, founder and CEO of 10K Cars and a couple other companies. My focus main is to help people communicate better, make it simple for you to share who you are and what you do with other individuals. So if you have websites, social media, your calendar, anything you want to communicate with others, getting a 10K card is absolutely the best way to do it. You want to see what it is, look at the link at the top that says the P.I.L.L Method. That's an example as to what we create for you. So Don, let's get ready for the ride.
All right. Thank you so much, Sean. Listen, folks, we're going to be doing some giveaways today. If you want to come to the stage and express your opinion about this show and what it has done for you, we'll be glad to bring you up. But Sean, I want some people to be able to benefit from being here today. If you do not have a 10K card, if you don't have a 10K card, put 10K, the number 10 and the letter K in the chat. If you do not have a 10K card, put a number 10 and the letter K in the chat. Go right ahead. Do that now if you don't have a 10K card. Because listen, closed mouths don't get fed unless you do not want to miss out on the opportunities today. And also, we're going to make sure that while people are doing that, we have a book called The P.I.L.L Method, A Better Way to Eliminate Debt. And you can click on my 10K card up above, and you'll see a link to that book. What we're doing today, all right, to help people. All right, I have somebody online who's saying 10K. Wanda has put 10K. She does not have a 10K card. Wanda, I want to make sure that you get a 10K card. Wanda, are you also on Clubhouse? I'm just wondering. Let me know if you're also on Clubhouse, because we want to make sure that we're going to make sure that some people today get a 10K card sponsored by the P.I.L.L Method. All right. So if you'd like a 10K card, we're going to help you to accomplish that goal today. All right. So I got Credit Goddess on the stage today. How you doing, Credit Goddess? All right. Can she speak to us today? Let me know if you can speak. No, I just need to know if you're the reason why it's the reason why I'm asking, Wanda, is that if you have a presence on Clubhouse, it's a lot easier to get you a 10K card, because we would need some information from you. And I don't know how to get a hold of you here. So
Ice, very simple.
Go ahead.
Just tell Wanda to go to ceoshawn.com, ceoshawn.com.
Okay.
Send me a message, and the code word is the P.I.L.L method.
Okay.
When she sends that message, my team is going to get on it for her.
Okay. So let's put that in the chat. So it's CEO what? What was that again?
CEO Sean, CEOSEAN.com, CEOSEAN.com.
Okay, CEOSEAN.com. All right. I got it. I'm putting it in the chat. And CEOSEAN.com. Boom. There it is. All right. And so we're going to move, and we've got that also. So Wanda, if you want a 10K card, go ahead. And then the code word is going to be P.I.L.L method. And Sean will make sure you get a card today. Let me see if there's anybody else that is that's followed along here. Thank you, everyone. Okay, Janice Sargent. Janice, you will get a 10K card today, sponsored by the P.I.L.L method. Go ahead and click on that link, or copy it and save it. CEOShawn.com, and you are going to get a 10K card sponsored by the P.I.L.L method today. All right. Thank you, Steve Mack. Thank you for shouting us out. And folks, if you want to get a card from Sean, sponsored by 10K, sponsored by the P.I.L.L method, I would be glad and happy to do that for you today. All right. So we've got, listen, I want to shout out our engineer in the background making everything work. And he's put up a QR code for those who are following us today. Are you available to speak to us, Kirk, or not? I don't know. Sometimes you are, sometimes you are. Because listen, this guy is on the road all the time, but he finds a way. He finds a way to always be there for us, to make sure. He's been here the entire time, from the beginning to the end. If you are watching us online, okay, KurtNugent.com, okay? KurtNugent.com. And why is that important? Because from the very beginning, he's made sure that we are not only on Clubhouse, but we're simulcasting to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and he set this all up for me. So you think I set up this studio? No. KurtNugent.com did it for me and set up our studio. And what do you think of the studio, folks? Kurt did that. He makes sure that we look good online every single time we are on. And I want to shout out to him today and thank him publicly, not just for his expertise, but for his faithfulness in being here and making sure that we've been here every every one of our 200 shows. Thank you very much, Kurt. And listen, if you want to do the same for your business, live video, you can't do better than that. And I can tell you something right now. Sean 10K knows a little bit about live video. Sean, why is that so important to make sure that you have video out there all the time, especially live video?
I mean, Don, in the 20s, the 30s, the 50s, there was a thing called television and television programming. And that was that era. But we are in an information age right now where everything is live, everything is instant, instant, instant. So if you own a business or you're a professional of some capacity, you need to engage with your audience. They need to know exactly who you are, what you're about, and how you can actually help their life become better. So what a live video does is give you a chance to interact with them and also have a much deeper impact and answer questions in real time. So live video is the way to go. And shout out to my guy Kurt, making things happen in the background as usual.
Exactly. So, folks, we're talking about 200 shows here, giving out information about the P.I.L.L method and how you're able to pay off all of your debt in an average of 7 to 9 years. Why? Because you're paying way more interest than you need to pay right now. The key to getting out of debt is not, I guarantee you, it is not having to come up with more money. The key to getting out of debt is paying less interest. There is no other company on the planet that explains it this way. There's only one book on Amazon out of 33 million titles that explains interest cancellation this way, how to manage debt this way. Listen, whenever you want to do something, you want to be the most efficient at it as you possibly can. So, the thing about borrowing money, you're borrowing money to accomplish a purpose. But when you borrow money, there is an expense. Whether you're a business or a home buyer, whether you're in business or you're private, buying something using credit has an expense. Here's what we teach at the P.I.L.L method: lower your expenses. But Don, how can we do that without paying more money? Well, listen, get that business out of your head. I want to tell you, have you ever had a class on how lending actually works? If you've never had a class on it, there's a reason why. If you don't know the rules to the game, you're going to think that you have to come up with more money. You're going to think that you have to deprive your family of a great lifestyle to be able to manage your debt better. Nothing could be further from the truth. This is why we wrote the book. This is why we've done 200 shows, to get the truth out. So today we're going to do a 2-for-1. If you buy the P.I.L.L method book, that is the paperback. If you buy the paperback on Amazon, all right, and then go to IG and upload your receipt, we will send you another copy of the book signed for free. 2-for-1 deal today. All right. We're giving out books and we're giving out 10K cards. Credit Goddess.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Exactly. Ladies first. I'll jump in after you because I cannot believe what I just heard. But I'll get after you, Nabi.
Okay.
Right. I can't believe it either. And I'm sitting up on this stage. I am modded up. And even though I am a realtor serving the South Florida area, listen, I have something that I want to give away.
Really?
I do want to give this away. Now, for those of you that may be first-time home buyers, some of you may have already purchased a home. I have a whole list, about 147 different programs for purchasing homes, and I want to give that away. Because guess what? There are all types of programs. We're familiar with FHA and VA loans, and some of you heard of USDA loans, and some of you haven't. But there are some kind of programs out here that will pay you. They will pay you to live in a particular city, in a particular state. And like I said, we got 147. Some of these, listen, it's not like you can't go and Google some of them, but I have 147 already packed, ready to go. So that's going to save you a lot of time. I just want to give that away. I think I'll do that if that's okay.
Well, listen, we need to know how to get a hold of that information, Libya. How do we get that? Tell us what it is and how do we get it?
Well, awesome sauce. I'll be more than happy to. Well, the first thing I want to say is, listen. I'm here to serve. I am here to serve. I am here to serve, and I want to help people cut to the chase as quickly as possible. So, what I'm going to do, since this was a spur of the moment, and I didn't know we were doing a giveaway, I'm going to ask that if you sitting down in the listening lounge are ready for this, and you're willing for this, just hit me up in the back channel. I will get your email and I will send it right over to you if that's okay, if you want it.
Listen,
Or
you
you
do
can
whatever you
Google
got to do,
after.
sister.
Listen, Mr. Google might give you a few of them, a few of them, but I'll give you 147. How about that? Just hit me in the back channel. I'll get your email and I promise no spam. I'll only give you what you asked for. And so that is my bid. That is my give, excuse me, for the day.
You
How
heard
about
it.
that?
You heard it, folks. Hit her up on the back channel. And do you also have IG?
I am on IG. I
Okay.
am
Hit
on
her up on the
IG.
back channel or IG, folks, and
Yes.
make sure that you get a hold of her. So it's 147. What? What are we giving away?
It's 147 home buying programs. So whether you have a low score or no score, whether your score is off the charts, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you've never owned a home. It doesn't matter if your credit score has been hijacked. It doesn't matter. Anybody can be in a home, and I want to be able to show you how you're able to do that. But let's get the program to them. If they have any other questions or they want to meet after that, that is completely up to them. But it's out there. And the reason why people can't get what they say they want is because just ignorance. They don't know. They don't see. They have something in their mind. Remember, I'm a life coach. We deal with mindset, limiting beliefs, and whatever it is that you think that you can't do, it doesn't matter how many other people was able to do it. You won't be able to do it. So I want to be that bridge to the words that come out of your mouth about what you want and actually get you right there.
All right, Nibia. How? Listen, we have a whole group of people that are going to be watching this online on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. How do those folks find you that want to get this 147 tips that you're giving away? Hello, if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
I'm sorry, my mic was muted.
Okay.
What I said was, guess who has a 10K card?
Oh my gosh. Listen, what's your how do we get what's your how do we find you with your 10K card?
Well, first of all, I want to invite people to go to meetnabiyah.com.
Mm.
Meet Nabiyah, Nabiyah, meetnabiyah.com.
All right, let me put that in here. I'm typing it online as we speak. Meet Nabia,
I Y A
NABIAH
H.com.
dot com.
That's my 10K card,
There you go,
and
folks. I've just
there you
typed it
go.
in for you. Meet Nabia
Boom,
dot com.
bam, pow. Yes.
All right, Sean, I'm ready for you, man. Go ahead. Well, improve on what we're doing here, my brother. Sean 10K.
Don, one thing I can say is the fact that you're giving a signed copy to everyone that actually purchased one online is brilliant. because not only they get a signature from the author himself, but they also get to benefit from having a second copy that they can share with someone else. So the fact that you're doing that today, man, that is a big deal. I don't want that to go over anyone's head, and it's great that you're offering that. So, guys, go to click on the link that Don has at the top there. Get a copy of the book. Send them your receipt, and then have him mail you out a signed copy. You get two for the price of one. Most importantly, you get to inspire someone else. With that said, Don, I'm back in mute.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for that. All right. Credit Goddess, I see you're here. Are you able to introduce yourself yet? I know she's got a lot of irons in the fire. All right, folks. Anybody in the audience got any questions or anything they'd like to say about our show? And listen, if anybody ask a question about paying off their debt, we'll break away and jump right into some examples. Anytime you want to do that. But Sean, I know you are not going to be here very long. You've got a lot of irons in the fire as well. Please explain to the folks the importance of having a digital card, a digital presence when they're meeting some people. Tell us the importance of it. And if you're speaking, you're on mute. Uh-oh, he must have got a phone call on another line. Well, hopefully he can come back in and talk to you about how powerful this card is. Listen, folks, I want to talk to you a little bit about the importance of being online and how many shows we've done and being consistent. I just found out from a brand new client. There he is. There he is.
Sorry to up at the Don. What was the question you were asking, buddy?
All right. The question I was asking, Sean, is we're talking about a 10K card, a digital business card. Please explain to us why that is so important to have these days. What are some of the benefits?
Don, for 2 years in the clubhouse, I spend my time pounding it into people's head as to why they should get a digital business card. Now I don't do that anymore. I tell people actually don't get a digital business card. If you want to be average, if you want to waste your time, if you want your competitors to take away your business, do not get a digital business card. But if you want to dominate your marketplace and you want everyone to know all you do at the push of a button, and you want to be a winner, then and only then should you get a card. I personally stop wasting my time with losers, Don. I'm being honest with you. Because when you put yourself and you put all of your contact point into a digital business card and the whole world can access you in one touch, that is sign of a winner. Of the 2023, I choose only to associate my energy with those that want to win and want to win big. So anyone in this audience, anyone that's going to be listening to the replay, if you're sick and tired of passing up on opportunities or watching your competitors smile in your face while your clients leave you, get yourself positioned correctly. And one of the best ways to do it is by using a digital business card. Don, you've been using the product now for over 2 years. You want to share with the audience just by having your videos on your card, what that has done for you,
Well,
by
not
having your books on the card, what that has done for you. Let's put the light on you for a second. Go for it.
all right, man. Listen, it's not just that. When somebody wants something in particular, and I give them my digital business card, they get to see a lot of other things that we provide. And listen, Sean, I have not mentioned the fact that we have a program where you can become an affiliate. We just started talking about the 10K card. I've had people sign up to become an affiliate already, and I didn't mention it at the top of the program. They clicked on it because it was there. We talked about getting the book, but along with getting a book, they saw that we have an affiliate program. And
Let me chime in on that and tell you how beautiful that is.
go ahead, man.
There's a phrase that says, "When man plans, God laughs." When man plans, God laughs. So you may have an idea that you want to promote the book, but God is going to know someone in the audience who needs to sign up with you as an affiliate because they see the value of what you're doing. So what a 10K card does, it put up a plethora of everything that you're involved in. So when anyone click on your card, they can make a decision as to what's appealing to them. Because the message that you have that you want to share today might not be the message that someone in the audience is looking for. But the good news is the fact that you have multiple messages on your 10K card, Don, that's what makes you a winner, my friend. Back to you.
Exactly, exactly. So, folks, anybody, listen, if you're in this room today, count yourself fortunate. Go to ceoshawn.com. If you're in the room today, now that's just for today. I know we're going to have the replays on, but go to ceoshawn.com and get a digital business card sponsored by the P.I.L.L method. All right. Listen, we're giving away stuff today. We're giving it away today. So we have Sean giving away. We've got books that are being given away. We've got Nabia giving away. What do you call that? 147 what? What is that again, Nabia?
It is 100. It is a list. It's done for you. It's already put together for you. 147 different programs for purchasing a home, whether you have already purchased or this is your first time out. And so it's done for you. You don't have to ask Mr. Google. You don't have to go to YouTube University. It's already done for you. Just like the 10K card, it has all these other beautiful things already done for you. It's absolutely amazing. If you guys don't get this 10K card, I don't. If you don't get this pill method book and bless somebody, I don't even know what room I'm in. The sustainability of the digital card, the convenience, the flexibility, the analytics, the creativity, and guess what else you can't do with the digital business card? You can't lose it.
That's right. That's
You
right.
can't lose it.
Listen,
You can't lose it.
it's on my phone. When I when I get a digital business card to someone, I make sure that I scroll down and show them how to add it to their contacts and to their home screen.
Exactly.
It's right there, folks. So listen, go ahead, make sure that you reach out and get that digital business card today, sponsored by the P.I.L.L method. Also, don't forget to get your book. Go to YouTube. I mean, you can find the link right on my 10K card right here at ICE10K.com. ICE stands for Interest Cancellation Expert, the only interest cancellation expert on the planet that teaches other people how to become an interest cancellation expert. It's only here, folks. It's only here. And I want to tell you why it's only here. And it is not because of something I did on my own. I found out late in life that I'm on the autism spectrum. All right. Autism spectrum disorder. All right. I was tested and by a psychologist, and he says, this is something that you're dealing with. And do you know what? All my life, I've been turning that into a blessing because I see things differently. And because I see things differently, I'm able to do things other people cannot do. I can see things in pictures and patterns, and I can emulate something that I can see, like a golf swing. I can look at it. Somehow it's analyzed in my head and I can reproduce it. Or bowling, I can watch it, see what's happening, and reproduce it. I was on the wrestling team in junior high, high school, college. I can see it and do it. So when I see an amortization schedule, folks, I see it in pictures and patterns, and the education that has not been there for us. I know that the way that they set this thing up, they depend on one thing. Those in banking who use an amortization schedule to make money through interest, they depend on one thing. You can never know how they do it. You can never know how they do it. Because once you know how they do it, you can get the basics of how to undo it. It's nothing but math and timing. So we have what's called an opportunity cost calculator that understands the bank's math and understands their timing so that you can save a ton of interest, cut it by 75%. let me give you an example of what I mean. If you're supposed to pay about $300,000 in interest on all your loans, how would you like to only pay about $90,000 in interest and then be able to pay off all of your debt in about 7 years? Only because there is a program out there that understands how it works, and we're going to teach you, plus give you, we'll make sure that you have in your hot little hands a technology that beats the bank at their own game. Here's one thing that you need to know, and this is what we're going to be focusing on for the next 200 shows. This is what it's going to be about. We're going to break down the book over the next few shows. We're going to break this thing down. We're going to break down the opportunity cost calculator. That is our cloud-based, artificially intelligent computing platform. We're going to break that down for you. And we are going to commit that every home will have one. Every home will have one. Why is that important? Because right now, the way that we're taught to use our money is inefficient, meaning our dollar isn't getting the biggest bang for the buck. If you have an opportunity cost calculator, you can now understand how to get more for your money. How would you like to be able to buy more house, buy more education, invest more, and save more, all with the same dollar? The way that this system is set up is that when you pay $1 for something, too much of that dollar is wasted and goes somewhere else that you don't want it to go. How do we manage putting something together so more of your every single dollar that you have does more of what you want it to do, buys more, but you get to use fewer dollars? Oh my gosh. People, you need to understand what we're talking about, and it's in that book. All right. The B is talking about 147 different ways to understand these buying programs. There are programs out there to buy a house. You don't have to do a lot of searching. She's put it all together for you. 147 ways. You need to tap in. Sean 10K. I'm talking about the best digital card on the planet. And not only is the technology superior. Let me tell you something about, he won't tell you what he's doing because he won't tell me. Let me tell you something about websites. The speed at which they load is important. One more time, the speed at which a website or anything digital on the net loads is important. And I have seen nothing load faster than Sean's program, and he won't tell me how he does it. Sean, are you going to release the secret today on how your
He's not telling. He's not telling.
Sean, come on, man.
So the way we do it, clients purchase the card, and once a year they pay $49.99 a year, and we do all the heavy lifting in the background. That's how we do it.
So you're not going to give us the secret sauce?
Why would the consumer want to get caught up in the logistics of everything when they can be focused on enjoying the product? That's what we focus on.
There you go,
the
folks.
User's experience. That's it.
There you go, folks. Listen, it's the same thing here. You know, people think that all you have to do is pay more. All you've got to do is pay more to deal with your debt. No, it's much more complicated than that. 9 out of 10 people you know will never pay off their mortgage. 9 out of 10. All right. Most of America right now pays 35 to 39% of their take-home pay just on interest alone. It is not necessary to do that. It's only that way because we don't know any better. It's only that way because we're not tracking how much interest we're actually spending. In my book, I call it interest consumption. So my question to you today is, do you know how much interest you're consuming each and every month? Do you know? If you don't know, that is a problem. And it's a problem only because those who are in charge, those who are making the money, have made sure that this has been left out of financial education. And we are dedicated. We listen. This is a lifelong journey for us to make sure that you learn the things that have been left out of your financial education. This is true financial literacy, not the financial literacy that and I did a show about this not too long ago, the illusion of freedom. You see, the Bible says the truth will make you free. But when you have something that is masquerading as the truth, then you have the illusion of freedom. And the worst kind of illusion of freedom is the fact that you are enslaved and you really don't realize how enslaved you really are when it comes to these finances. We are giving over our wealth to people and we don't have to. Listen, you could be doing very well financially. It doesn't really matter. You could be doing well financially, paying all your bills on time, making a lot of money, driving whatever you want to drive, living wherever you want to live. And you say, well, Don, why would I need to be concerned about that? Because even then, the monies that you're paying in interest should be invested in building generational wealth for your family, not somebody else's. Start paying attention to how much interest you're paying. Start paying attention to other aspects of your business and make sure that you keep up with the times. Listen, I used to give away paper cards. But when I walk out of a seminar, when I go to a meetup group, when I go to network, do you realize sometimes I would see my cards on the ground? Maybe they lost it. Maybe they just threw it away. I don't know. But guess what? When I put this card on their phone, they actually have to delete it if they don't want it. Listen, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. People contact us years later. Let me tell you about how important it is to be consistent and to be where somebody can find you. We had a new client just recently that's been watching us for over a year and a half on YouTube. I didn't even know. What if, Sean, Nabia, Credit Goddess, what if we did 50 shows and we said, oh, that's great. That's enough. What if we did when we did 100 shows, that was a big deal. What if we had quit then? Do you know there are people that are watching us and watching the replays that I have not met yet? Thousands upon thousands of people that I haven't met yet. And we're giving away this information, making sure that you can have the best of the world that you want to live in, understanding your money at a greater and deeper level. That's why we're here. We're dedicated to that. And this person says, I've been watching you for a year and a half. I am now ready to get started. Now, here's the important thing. They've already made up their mind that this is something that they want. Why? Because we have been consistently present. And people do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. They like the P.I.L.L method. They like us here. And they trust us because they trust the information. They've seen the numbers that we put up on the screen. And you cannot refute what we're doing. And they've compared it with everything else out there. And folks, we're going to stay here as long as God allows to make sure we continue to give this information out. All right. So, Nabia, what do you have to say?
Well, what I would like to say is, some of the people in here have not heard of this method. We have all, and I mean all, we have all been taught that, you buy a home and they give you your amortization schedule and you make your payments and you're all excited. about the illusion that we don't know is an illusion or a delusion. And so we're giving away these tools. We're not forcing it, but we're giving it away. And so here's an opportunity. While you were talking, I was thinking about the Bible says the borrower is slave to the lender.
Exactly.
Total. I mean, in bondage, and you go willingly. I want to say something really quickly about what limiting thoughts do, because if you don't have an eye to see beyond where you are, if there is no vision, you will perish right where you are. And so limiting beliefs, they restrict your possibilities. They prevent you from seeing and exploring new opportunities like this book, like what you're offering, like what Sean is offering. And these opportunities and experience can enrich our lives. They shift us from where we are to where we need to be in that place of freedom. They reduce our self-confidence. Limiting thoughts can erode our self-confidence and self-esteem and lead us to doubt and doubt our abilities and our potential. And this can prevent us from taking risks and pursuing our goals and ultimately hindering our personal and professional growth. And so I want to encourage you guys, listen, NOW, that's an easy acronym. NOW, no opportunity wasted. Everybody, every year, everyone will have some sort of New Year's resolution that doesn't happen. And guess who's in control of that? You. You can't blame it on your neighbor, on your mom and them. No, it's you. When you get up in the morning, your desire and your vision has to be aligned. And I got two words for you: massive action. Getting this book, blessing someone else with the book, that's a part of your massive action. I want to charge you, I want to challenge you. For those that have set goals, go back, start all over. It's okay, it's a new day. Start a goal. I am going to walk in freedom. And then start to map out what that looks like, and then attach an emotion to it so that way you make it real. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel when you are free, out of debt, when you actually own your home? When you're jumping from line 1 to line 12 in your amortization schedule, how are you going to feel when you hand somebody, excuse me, when you give out your 10K card and people are able to access you through email, through text, through chat, through making a Zoom appointment, when people have more access to you and what you have to offer? How are you going to feel when you know something about how to get free from the banks, and you can share that with your friends and with your family? What does that look like? What's your vision for that part? So I want to put that before you. But whatever you thought about your abilities last year, or where you could be, or why you couldn't be, let's lay that aside. Today is a new day. NOW, no opportunity wasted. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you. You're not too old. It's not too late. You're not too young. It's now. It's right now. What do you want to do? Don't worry about the how. Just think about, what is it that you want to do? Attach an emotion to it. Please go to the top of this room and click on the P.I.L.L method digital business card. That way you can have access to the beginning of changing your life. And with that, I yield.
All right, we've got someone asking for that 10K card. So you want to go to ceoshawn.com, ceoshawn.com to get your 10K card that is sponsored by the P.I.L.L method. Let me put that back in the chat one more time. All right, here we go. Putting it back in the chat one more time. ceoshawn.com. So listen, folks, how simple is that? How simple is that? You know, sometimes when I'm on Clubhouse, people ask me a question. All right. And you know, what they do for us, what I do for people is you need to be able to see the numbers. So at a drop of a hat, Sean fixed this up for me and I put it on the card. And if you click my card right now, so if I'm on Clubhouse and people ask me a question, but you really do need to see what's going on, here's what he did for me. If you take a look at my card, go ahead and click on the card, go to the link and look at the top right button. It says join us on Zoom. Instantly, people can join me on Zoom to see what I'm doing at any given. Listen, it could be at midnight. Somebody ping me into the room, or you know, it's at 3:15 in the afternoon, and somebody asked me a question about this. I can instantly get on here, and I also have a web presence for this. It is zoomice.com. How simple is that? And it's on my card, zoomice.com, and people can instantly see the examples I put up on the screen. You can't beat that with a stick. All right. And so listen, the things that we're giving away today, the book, and listen, you want to be here for these next episodes. We're going to be doing a lot in our Pill Method house. All right. From now on, every Wednesday, we're going to be in the house. All right. And if things go well, we may do all 3 shows from the house, but we're going to stay in the club. We're on Sundays, we are in the Mortgage Syndicate, and we're here Sunday, we're here Wednesday, and we're here Friday. So Mortgage Syndicate is where we collaborate with Mortgage Syndicate and their team to talk about how people can manage their debt a lot better. Do it in a way that benefits them. Do you have somebody else want something to say?
I'm sorry. Marisol has a question in the chat.
Mhm.
I think this one is going to go to Sean. She has a 10K card under Otis mentorship. And she said, I think it was a promotional, or is that 10K card active? So, Marisol, if you want to come to the stage to give more clarity to your question, please do. But I think this is headed to Sean. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, if you go to Sean CEOShawn.com, you can actually ask that question of him and get your answer. So Sean right now is on another call, but Sean, when you're back, go ahead and flash your mic. So folks, right now, if you're new to the room, if you want to get my book, all right, as part of what we're giving away today to celebrate 200 shows, not just on Clubhouse, but on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, helping people to get the most out of their money, how to pay off debt more efficiently, how to do it in the right way. Stop using the debt snowball. Stop using the avalanche method because they're inefficient. Not because they don't work, because they work inefficiently. What I mean by that is that you're going to pay more interest than you need to because those methodologies do not pay attention to how much interest you are wasting by using those systems to pay off your debt. We manage your debt one way, making sure that you pay the least amount of interest that's mathematically possible for you. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. I had a guy who called us and he said, you know what, I'm paying off. I want to get out of debt. And I make, he makes good money. He told me that he makes pretty good money and he has thousands of dollars in the bank. So what he did was he took $40,000 out of the bank and paid off his car. When he paid off his car, now the $700 he's no longer paying on the car, he's now adding that to his mortgage every single month. All right. And so now what I'm getting ready to do, folks, I told him, I said, now, why are you doing that? He says, well, because I've heard about this debt snowball thing, and it seems to make sense. The $700 I'm going on the car could now go to my mortgage principal each and every month, and I save money there. So I asked him, how much interest are you saving by paying off your car? How much interest did you save yourself? You know, his answer was, I don't know. What? And I said, well, let me show you. Let me show you what's up. Because see, folks, we don't pay off debt to pay off debt. We pay off debt to save interest. And let me just ask you this. If all of your debt that you have right now, if all of your debt was at 0% interest, is there any financial benefit to you to pay that debt off early? Okay? Is there any financial benefit? If you're paying 0% interest, okay, you're getting free money. Is there any benefit to pay it off early? No, there isn't. The only real benefit is not paying an extra $300,000 on your house. Okay, you get a house for $300,000, but you end up spending $600,000 for it because you have a 3% interest rate. Ouch. Well, actually, that would be a 6% interest rate. 3%, if you have $300,000, you end up only paying $450,000. Oh yeah, a $300,000 home at 3% will add $150,000 plus to your loan, making you pay over $450,000 to purchase a $300,000 home. So this guy says, I told him, let me figure out for you how much interest you save. He actually saved about $7,000. I want you to see something here. His mortgage, and I'm going to put this on the screen so you guys can see. All right. And this is the benefit of having live video. All right. So we're going to share the screen right here and share this one. And now you get to see what we're doing. I'm putting on the screen. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And his mortgage was $700,000 in Arizona. His interest rate, 4.5%. Okay. 4.5%. Here's his mortgage. All right. And remember, he put $40,000 to pay off the car so he could have $700 to put on his mortgage each and every month. But look at his mortgage here. I need you to focus on not just the principal and the interest. Look at this. $900 going to principal, $2,625 going to interest. So every month, if you look at cumulative principal and cumulative interest, you can also see where you would be at any given month on this loan. So I'm going to go down to adding up all the principal payments. And when he gets to $40,000, I'm going to go down to $40,000. So if he had prepaid on this loan $40,000, let me show you something. We're going to go down to 40,000. There it is. $40,000. If he had prepaid $40,000 on this loan, he would have knocked off over 3 years and saved $102,000 in interest on this particular loan. $102,000. He used his $40,000 to pay off a car so he could save $7,000 in interest. But he had put that $40,000 on his house, he would have saved over $100,000 in interest. Folks, we make mistakes like this all the time, only because we don't understand reading an amortization schedule. And we've been led to believe this, that anything you do to try to get yourself out of debt is as good as any other thing you could do. That could not be further from the truth, because we have not been taught how amortization actually works. Can I show you something else? Even on a smaller loan, I'm going to show you one other thing that we do, and we're very proud of this fact. We've been taught to be proud of this fact that people pay off their credit cards each and every month. They're very proud of the fact that they've never paid credit card interest. Do you know anybody like that today that's very proud of the fact that they've never paid credit card interest? Let's put in a $350,000 loan. And if they got it today, it would be around 6%. Watch this, 300, smaller loan at 6%. All right. And I want to show you something. I'm also going to show you this. We're going to bring up Brett Whistle. We're going to put in a $10,000 credit card at 27%. Now, when you're using an amortization calculator like this is Brett Whistle's amortization calculator, BRETWHI, S as in Sam, S as in Sam, EL, BrettWhistle.net. I use his. We use it for educational purposes. This is not mine. This is not my program. We use it to teach how amortization actually works. So all credit cards are amortized over 240 months. Don't forget that. Okay. So now, if this person who has $10,000 on his 27% credit card decides, you know what, I'm not going to pay 27% interest on this. I'm going to pay it off today. All right. So if he pays off all $10,000 today, congratulations. Here's how much interest you just saved. $225. That's it. $225. But if you have this mortgage, $350,000 at 6% interest, you put that $10,000 on this mortgage, you knock off over 2 years worth of payments, and you save $44,910 in interest you don't have to pay. So here's my question. Would you gladly pay Visa $225 so you can use their dollars to put on your mortgage to save almost $45,000 in interest and knock off 2 years? So I'm not promoting that idea. I'm just saying that in our minds, we think we're doing better by paying off the 27% card than focusing on the actual interest cost on the mortgage. When you're dealing with your debt, folks, it's all about what is the interest cost I'm dealing with. And when you look at the opportunity cost of doing one thing or another, you can then figure out, if I use my money this way, here is my benefit. If I use my money a different way, here is my benefit. And we've got some new people in the room. So let's go over our giveaways today. Thank you for being here so that we can celebrate 200 shows today. And Coffee Brown is in the room. All right. So Coffee, how are you doing? I know she may be in the room with her students. Coffee, are you with your students? She probably is. Coffee, when you're ready, come on in and talk to us. All right. So folks, if you're here today, here's our giveaways. My book, The P.I.L.L Method, A Better Way to Eliminate Debt. If you want a signed copy, go to my 10K card up above, or go to Amazon and buy the book today. If you get the book today, I mean today, you get it today, then upload your receipt because you bought the paperback book, and I will send you another paperback book in the mail signed by me. 2 for 1 today. So upload your, go to my IG and upload your receipt. Take a screenshot, upload it to IG, give me your address, and I make sure that you will get a second book from me for free. I'm not even going to charge shipping and handling. How about that? All right. So no shipping and handling, nothing. a signed copy of my book for you and your family for buying one online, 2 for 1. So you can bless somebody else with the other one. Nabia is here. I'm not going to try to explain her what her offer is today. I want to let her do it. Nabia, can you spend a little bit of time of talking about your offer for the new people that are in the room?
Yeah, certainly. Thank you. Every time I get ready to say Ice 10K, I think of that movie, The Iceman Cometh. Oh my goodness. So I am here to give away. Well, first of all, I want to support you and what you're doing. We are celebrating the 200th episode, um, paying off mortgages in 7 years. This is just phenomenal. So I'm just blessed to be in the room. But what I want to do is give away 147. Listen, these programs, you can go, you might be able to Google. You actually, let me say it like this: you will be able to Google some things on home buying programs, but I have them all listed, so you don't have to look for it. 147 different home buying programs, whether you have bad credit, no credit, great credit, also an opportunity to I think I'm getting ready to say something else. I think I'm about to give away something else. I think
Uh-oh.
I
Do you feel it coming on? You feel it coming on?
oh my God. This is what happens when you step into the realm of giving. Just talking to listen, I want to talk to people. You want to show people about how to get out of their mortgage. And by the way, mortgage means death pledge, and you don't get a mortgage, you give it. So we want to get that right. But I want to give you guys 147 a list of 147 home buying programs to give you hope, because some people think that they can never own a home. When I tell you anyone can get a home, you can get a multi-level, multi-family home just as easy as you can get a single family home. Do you know that when you buy a single family home, the illusion that you have an asset is growing and prevalent in the home buyer's mind? It's not an asset if it's not making you any money. It's not. But we can talk about how we're able to cause it to make you money. There's a term we like to call house hacking. And that's what you do with you when you get a multi-family unit. But this 147 is done for you. It's already provided. I just want to give it to you, give it away free. My link is in the chat, meetnabia.com. Click on it. There's a myriad of ways to get involved with what I have to offer. It's free. You don't have to do anything except reach out. Let me get your email and I'll send it over to you. We are here to educate you. We are here to set you on the path to freedom. If you want. Not everybody wants to be free. Not everybody left with Harriet Tubman. Not everybody left. Some they were too afraid. They were too afraid. So that's what I want to do. 147 programs for and giving you the opportunity to look at these programs. You want to research them, make sure they fit what's best for you. But this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity. So let's go, let's go, let's go. And with that, I yield.
Congratulations to Marisol. Listen, this is the first one we received. She had bought a book, sent me her address, and we're going to we're going to send you out a book signed by me, autographed by me. All right. So she's taken advantage of the giveaway. All right. Sean 10K has his 10K card, digital business card. And what he's given us is, all right, David. All right. These folks keep coming in here trying to give their stuff away and they're not even on the stage and it's bogus stuff. So folks, listen, if somebody comes in on my back channel trying to tell you how you can pay $200 and get some Bitcoin to turn it into 10,000 or whatever they're talking about, no, don't fall for that. No. Besides, they come in and they post that and then they run out. Okay, because they know what they're doing is phony. Don't fall for that stuff. All right. So we got some good stuff in. We got Meet the Bia Okay. Oh, coffee can't. She's teaching right now. Oh, wow. All right. Well, maybe she can come in at a break. So, meetnabia.com, CEO Sean, CEO Sean. All right. CEO Sean is how you can get your 10K card sponsored by the Pill Method. So if you're here, oh my goodness, look who's on the screen. Listen, man, I'm going to see you in a second, Doc. All right. So listen, if you're here right now, and you want to participate in this thing, Sean 10K we've got a 10K card for you, sponsored by Pill Method, celebrating 200 shows.
200 shows, man.
Shows, man. And I listen, my man Kurt Nugent is he's on camera today.
Yeah, man. I am on camera, man. I had to. It's the 200th episode. I had to jump in, man.
Listen, man. The people that you work with. I mean, how often do people get to see 200 episodes? How often do you get to see that?
It's very rare. Very rare. 200 episodes. I mean, just the sheer stamina of it, man. That's the reason why I was like, I've got to figure out a way to get free so that I can get on today, because you're probably the only client that's hit 200 episodes, outside of myself, because I've hit a couple of, I've done a couple of episodes, Doc.
Yeah, you have, Doc. Yeah, you have.
But no, you have been very consistent in creating this space. You've been very consistent in sharing the value, and I said this in a presentation yesterday.
First of all, Doc, they can't see you on stage. Explain to them why they can't see you on stage.
Okay. All right. So the way we're doing this broadcast right now is Don. I'm not going to give you all the technical, but I'm just going to walk you through the chain. All right. So Don is connected to Clubhouse on his iPad. Am I right so far, Don?
You so far so good.
Right. So on his iPad, he is connected to Clubhouse. Connected to his iPad is his Rodecaster Pro. Some of you may know what that is. It's basically a very nice audio interface, and his microphone is connected to the Rodecaster Pro, and he has two-way audio set up for him to be able to have audio going from his microphone into the iPad, and you guys can hear him and that lovely melodious voice on Clubhouse. So we have that's the first piece, right? So you can see the Rodecaster Pro if you're watching on screen right now. Yeah. That's how he does his sound effects and everything like that. I think Clubhouse folks are used to people using the Rodecaster Pro, but what you're not used to is Don is simultaneously connected to StreamYard. And in StreamYard, he has his camera and his Rodecaster Pro. And what happens now is that the audio on his computer, right, is coming from StreamYard into the Rodecaster Pro, into his iPad, and you guys are hearing me through his microphone on Clubhouse. And so that's how you guys are hearing me, and that's why you're not seeing me on Clubhouse right now, because we have that connection set up. But I also want to share that every now and again, Don is traveling, and I have the exact same setup at my house. And so if I need to, I can actually set it up to where Don can come in to my Rodecaster Pro, and then I connect to Clubhouse using the same audio interface, and we're able to have it that way as well. So thank you so much for that opportunity to explain that, Don. That is a very unique setup. Something that, let me tell you, Don came with this requirement. This is the thing I would love about Don. He is a visionary. He came with this requirement, and I had to figure out how to do it in order to deliver it for him. And I love that kind of thing. I just love that kind of thing. It's not so much that it didn't exist, but nobody I know of had been doing it in the way that we're doing it.
Exactly, folks. Exactly. So listen, let me tap in. He literally had to come to the office and figure out, and we tried several different iterations on how to be on Clubhouse and how to be on StreamYard and simulcast to the social media platforms.
That's right.
And listen, it wasn't easy, but Kurt figured it out. Go ahead, Kurt.
And once we figured it out, man, I mean, several people were coming through. I mean, because I remember when we first started the show, Don, for those first 10, 20 episodes, people were like, what in the world is going on? People were coming into the room, not only for the value that Don, the immense value that Don provides in terms of financial literacy, paying off your mortgage, and all other debt in 7 years. The opportunity cost calculator, the book, right? The P.I.L.L method, prepayment of principal, isolating the debt, leverage and liquidity. Listen, all of the different things that he does, people were coming to the room for that, but they were also coming because they wanted to understand, how in the world is he doing this? Why are we hearing him and seeing him simultaneously on Clubhouse and on YouTube, on Clubhouse and on Facebook, on Clubhouse and on LinkedIn, on Clubhouse and on Twitter? How is he doing this? And we got a lot of questions from that as well. And I think this is why I love this space. This is why I love this show. This is why I'm a supporter. I'm not just a supporter, not just his producer, engineer. I am also a client. Don's my coach. As much as I might be his coach, he's my coach. And my family and I have our own opportunity cost calculator. And it has been an absolute blessing for us to know the month, day, and year that we can be debt free. That's not a hyperbole. This is not advertising speak. This is real. I mean, and I want to say this to you guys. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen if you are watching online. But if you go to ice10k.com, you can get a savings and earnings report. Now, in order for you to meet with Don and hear the explanation of that report, you will have to pay some money for that consultation. And I think that's fair. But the report itself is free. If you want to just get the report,
that part.
Right? We're giving away stuff here today. This is not even a giveaway. This is just general information. The report itself is actually free. And I want to make sure you guys get a chance to know that and hear that. And listen, Don, this is what I want to do, because I hear Nabia has given some away. Sean 10K has given some away. I got to give some away too. So this is what I'm going to do.
Here we go.
Here we go, folks. Give some away as well, man. I got to give some away as well. Nabia's giving some away. Sean's giving some away. Don's giving something away. I've got to give away something as well. Listen, my card is on screen right now, and we're gonna put that card in the chat on the Clubhouse if we can. But I want you guys to go to that card, kirkrnugent.com/card, or I can't remember if let me just check real quick here. Is it there? No, it's not. So yeah, go to that card. That I'm going to try and put that link in the chat as well here online. And there is a spot on there that says 15-minute call. Grab that 15-minute call. I've actually changed it on the card so that it is free. Grab a 15-minute. You want to do something with live video. You want to do something similar to what Don is doing now. You want to take your business, your brand, your coaching, your book. You want to take it to the next level and allow more people to engage with what you're doing, your secret sauce, the value you have to provide to the world. You want to put that under a floodlight so that people can know what you're doing. Listen, this is what I like to tell folks. If people say you are the best kept secret, this is not a compliment. It's not a compliment. They're only telling you that because they want you to keep your prices low. They don't want anybody else to find out about you because they want to continue to experience your value for the low cost that you currently have it at. It's not a compliment. And if you want to change that, you want to leverage the power of live video. Your live stream is your digital storefront, because there's no greater way for people to experience your greatness than for them to see you do it live. When people see Don do it live, they don't need the ad campaign. When people see Don do it live with the passion and the energy and the zeal and the zest that he does it with, they want him to be working for him yesterday. Why? Because they saw him do it live. They see the numbers on the screen and the numbers are unequivocal. Live video is the cheat code for your business, your brand, for your book. You're not leveraging live video. You're actually not reaching the people that your service, your value was intended to reach. And I really believe that you want to tap in. So hit me on at Kirk R. Nugent on Clubhouse, on Instagram. Hit me on the back channel. Hit me on Instagram, or go to the 10K card, I should say. Grab those 15 minutes in terms of booking a call with me, and let's figure out how it all works. Let's figure out how we can make it all work so that you can leverage the power of live video for yourself. That's my giveaway for today, Don. 200th episode. I want to say a word of congratulations to you for your consistency, for showing up every single day. Sometimes there were lots of questions. Sometimes there were not lots of questions. And you stuck through it anyway because you knew that this is the primary method, one of the primary methods that you're going to be able to get this message out here. And one of the things I love that Don says, we haven't said it today, these videos will live on. These videos are part of your legacy. There's a reason why the Smithsonian is talking to YouTube. I want you to hear what I'm saying right now. The Smithsonian is talking to YouTube. Why? Because YouTube is one of the biggest archives on the planet. Like museums cannot hold the information that's on YouTube. I saw an old Bill Cosby Show episode on YouTube. I'm saying to myself, where else can you find all this stuff? People are digitizing old school videos, putting them on YouTube. It is one of the biggest archives on the planet. These videos that Don is doing 3 times a week, they will live on. They will live on. And the value, because the value that he's sharing is timeless. Timeless. How many years have we been doing this amortized loan, Don? You usually say it's like 84 years or something.
Yeah, 89 years. It started in 1934, folks. 1934. No one knows the history of what we've been doing. It's important to understand the history. It's important to understand where it came from. It is important to understand how it works. We have gotten none of that. Do you know how many people I talk to on a daily basis that says, yeah, I believe I understand the basics of it and how it works, until I ask them, when did you ever have a class on it?
Class on this.
And they mentioned, I never had a class on it.
Never had a class on it. Never had a class on it because the class doesn't exist, because Don is the only professor for that class. And you got to come right here to get that information. That's why I'm saying it's timeless. It's timeless. Don's information is he's only been doing this. Your company's been in existence for how long? 15 years?
17 years.
Your company's been in existence for 17 years. The amortized loan has been in existence for 89. And so for those years where Don's company was not present, this information was not there, and this information was relevant. And that's what I'm saying. This information will be relevant long after both of us are gone. And that's why I really love what Don is doing in this space. 200 episodes, 200 videos out there, like little wind-up robots that will never turn off, continuing to do the work of sharing the value, of breaking the chains of financial slavery and allowing people to hear and be enlightened and be educated on how best they can manage their finances. That's it, Don. That's all I got. I just wanted to just put that in there real quick, man. I cannot thank you enough for the opportunity to serve you in this way, to serve this entire audience. And I want to say congratulations yet again to you for 200 episodes.
Thank you, sir. Listen, we had a few more people pop in. So what is your giveaway, Kurt? One more time, and how to get it.
It is a 15-minute meetup. You can hit me if you drop me a message on Instagram at Kirk R. Nugent, you will find me there. Drop me a message there. I'll send you the link. But for those who are seeing it online, we have the QR code on screen. You can scan that and it'll take you to my card, or you can just go to the card itself and you'll be able to see it. It's one of the top ones. It says, let's meet. So if you hit that button, you'll be able to grab those 15 minutes. And we've made that free for today. So if you go on there after today, you might not see it. You may not be able to book it, but we want to be able to meet with you, hear what your vision is, and see how live video can help you take that to the next level. So absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity to share that. I'm loving the energy in the room today. It's a giving energy. It's a giving room today. And I'm hoping that others will plug in as well.
Listen, thank you very much. So we got somebody who just raised their hand. Let's see if we can bring them up to the stage. And we have another, if you're new to the room, we got another giveaway here. And Nabia, talk to us about your giveaway, because we got some new people in the room.
Absolutely. So first of all, I want to shout out Wanda. Last name starts with a G. I don't know if it's Giger or Geiger, but Wanda hit me up for the list that I have for home buyer programs. So anybody can get a home. Anyone. It doesn't matter If you have no credit, low credit, bad credit, hijacked credit, it doesn't make any difference. The opportunity is there. So I have compiled a list of home buyer programs, not just FHA, not just VA loans, but we got USDA loans. We have loans. There's a program called Home Possible Program, energy efficient mortgage program. We already know about Freddie Mae and excuse me, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. We know about those guys. I think we know about HUD too, but we even have one for Native Americans. Employer assisted housing programs, local and state home buying assistance programs, mortgage credit certification programs, community development block grant programs. I got a list. I got a list. Hit me up. Meet Nabia. Meetnabia.com. That is my digital 10K card. You won't be able to lose it once you got it. Put it on your home screen, please. We even have community development block grant program. So I want to give that away for those of you that want to understand how to listen. I got two words for you: property acquisition. Property acquisition. And then once you have acquired it, then you will open up you before you act. Watch this. The book, the P.I.L.L method, is going to help you while you are on your journey to owning your own home. Come on, guys. This is the giving room. We got so many people giving things away. I don't know what to do. I'm excited. I'm excited. So if you want the list, hit me up. Hit my digital 10K card, meetnabia.com. Click on the part that says email. Let me know that you want a copy, and I will send it over to you. I got a bunch of irons in the fire right now, sir. But I'll get it to you. And Wanda, thank you so much for reaching out. I got you. I got you.
All right, folks. All right, you heard it here. So listen, we have somebody mentioned not too long ago on a broadcast today about investments. I want to get some participation for people who cannot speak, but because they may be at work and they're listening. But if you had an investment, what kind of return would you consider a good return on an investment? If you were investing in real estate, if you're investing in the stock market, what ROI, return on investment, what percentage would be good for you? Let's put something in the chat. So tell me, what would be a good percentage for you? Go ahead and put it in there. How much return would you like to get on your money? I want to show you something today that probably you've never, if you're new to this room, I'm going to show you one of the best investments out there, and your return is guaranteed. So go ahead. I'm going to give you some guaranteed returns today. What is a good return today, folks? I want to see some numbers. What do you think? Is it 5%? Is it 2%? Is it 10%? Is it 15%? How much money do you want to make on your money? What would be good? All right. Thank you, Keisha, for the shout out. She says, happy 200th episode. Congratulations. Marisol said 100%. Woo! She's going for the juggler. She says, if I'm going to invest, I want to make 100% on my money. All right, folks. Anybody else? All right. She's just laughing about that. So let me show you does anybody else want to put in what is a good return on your money? Okay. Is she going to be the only one? All right. Keisha says 10 to 15%. All right. All right. So I got 100%. I got 10 to 15%. What is a good return on your money? I'm going to show you how you can get a great return on your money, and it's guaranteed. Not only is it guaranteed, your earnings are tax-free. Tax-free. Max at 10%. Okay. So folks, let me put this on the screen. I'm going to use this mortgage right here that we have on the screen, and we're going to take a look. It's $350,000 mortgage at 6% for 30 years. The payment, all right. Whoo, she said, let's go. So if you want to see this, folks, go to Zoom right now. All right. I'm sorry, not Zoom. Take that back. Roll it back. Rewind. Go to YouTube right now. And you'll be able to search P.I.L.L method, and you're going to be able to see our example that we're putting on the screen right now. All right. It's $350,000 mortgage at 6%. All right. And it's $2,098.43. Let me show you something here about where you can put your money. And it's all based on this idea. A penny saved is a penny earned. Do you believe that? A penny saved is a penny earned. If you keep that in mind, this is going to make sense to you right now. If you have this mortgage, every time you make a payment, I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. Okay. Every time you make a payment on this mortgage, you are increasing your equity by these $300 payments, 348, 351. Do you see that you're increasing your equity here? All right. If you want to see this, go to right now on a secondary device. You can go to, with your laptop or your tablet, and go to YouTube, and you can see this. Oh, by the way, while you're there, go ahead and subscribe, like the videos, and comment. Okay. So here's the principal payment is how you're increasing your equity. You're increasing the distance between how much you owe and how much the property is worth. Okay. The property is worth more. Okay. The property gets to be worth more, but when you make a payment, you owe less. So the distance between how much you owe and how much the property is worth, that's your equity. And this is how we increase our equity, by purchasing it using somebody else's money. But when we do it this way, look how much they're charging us each month to purchase equity. $1,700 to purchase $350 worth of equity. Folks, do you believe that's a good way to spend your money? You're spending $1,700 to purchase $350 worth of equity. I want to see how long this mortgage company wants to charge this family $1,700 a month. They're starting out in month one. This is the first year, $1,700. Ooh, it's still $1,700 into 2 years. $1,700. We're going into the third year until it drops to $1,699. Okay. So now we're in $1,600 a month for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And then it jumps down to $1,500 a month. Folks, that is a lot of money to pay to get this equity. All right. So let me show you what they're doing here. All right. Let me show you what they're doing here. You're paying, I'm going to put a calculator on the screen right now so you guys can see it. Here's how much these families are paying. All right. So if they're paying $1,700, let me scroll down this a little bit. $1,750, okay, for interest, all right, on the very first payment. And you divide that by their total payment. Their total payment is $2,098.43. Now, why do we want to do that? So what we're doing is we're doing this. I've got my total payment, but what percentage of my total payment goes to interest? Watch this. 83.3%. 83%. If you break that down per dollar, 83 cents out of their mortgage dollar, every dollar they're paying towards their mortgage, 83 cents of those dollars, every single dollar goes to interest, and only 17 cents out of every dollar pays for their house. Folks, do you want to continue to do this and not have people explain what is really going on behind the scenes here? You have a payment you can afford. You have a house that you love, but now here's how you're paying for it. 17 cents out of every dollar you're putting towards the house is only paying for the house. 17 cents. Is that what you intended? Absolutely not. That's not what you intended. Did you intend for 83 cents out of every dollar to go to interest? No, you did not intend that either. No one is sitting down and explaining that to you but us. You're getting that here, okay? And this is why we're giving away a book today so that you can start learning this and teaching it to your family. Now, let's talk about that investment I was talking about. Watch this. If I make, let's say I make my very first payment on this mortgage in January. I make my very first payment in January. If you're new to the room and you want to see this, come to YouTube, search P.I.L.L method, and you can see what we're putting up on the screen, celebrating 200 episodes. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. I made my first payment in January and I'm done. I'm done with January's payment, but I can also see February's principal payment here. February's principal payment is $350.17. Guess what? If I wanted to, I don't have to wait to February to give the bank that additional $350 that I'm going to give to them anyway next month. But if I do, I have to give them additional money. So what if, now I'm just teaching how, I'm not teaching how my program works. I'm teaching how amortization works and how much money they're charging us and why the bank never wants you to know how they're doing it. Because once you know what they're doing, you know how to undo it. Okay. So I made my payment in January. February's principal payment is $350.17. What if I decided I wanted to give the bank that money early? I don't want to wait till the 1st of February. I can give it to them anytime in January and have it applied to principal. If I do that, I'm paid down to line 2 on my amortization schedule in just the first month. My next mortgage payment for February is actually on line 3 of my amortization schedule. And what just happened? I got rid of line 2 for only $350, not $2,098. And the $1,700, $1,748.26 I never have to pay. I just saved. Remember I said a penny saved is a penny earned? This amount of money saves $1,748.26 in interest. So if you want to figure out your return on investment, you take, and if you know what the dollars are, okay, you take how much I invested and how much did I make, and you have divide how much you made by what you invested. Okay, you divide what you made. So remember, a penny saved is a penny earned. So this $1,748, if I didn't have to pay it, oh yeah, that's money I can do something else with. That's money I can now put towards my child's education. And that's money I could put towards my vacation home. That's money I could put towards my student loans. That's money I could put towards something else except giving it to the mortgage company. All right. So now I just saved $1,748.26 overall that I don't have to pay on the mortgage. Let's do the math and figure out what my ROI is. I invest $350. Okay. I save $1,748.26 in interest I don't have to pay. I divide it by what I invest in this mortgage, $350.17. Watch this. You move the decimal place, you move the decimal point 2 places, that gives you your ROI. 499% return on your money. Folks, where else are you going to get that kind of return on your money? Taking money that's sitting in your bank account, making 0.1%, and you laugh every time you get a statement from the bank and they show you how many pennies that they've given you for keeping money in a savings account. Here's a way. Take some of that money you've got sitting in the bank that is doing practically no work. Take a small amount of that, invest it in your mortgage, and get a 500% return on your money. And guess what? The money you save in interest that you don't have to pay, you don't have to pay taxes on those kinds of earnings at all. And this money is guaranteed. Any money you put towards your mortgage there is going to be a guarantee of saving a certain amount of interest. And that can't be taken away from you. It can't be taken away from you. So here is what we're talking about. If I borrow this money for $350,000, here's what interest they want from me: $405,000 in total interest. That is 115.839%. That's how much money they make on this loan if I let them. Or I can use the P.I.L.L method, cut my interest cost by about 75%. And if we did that, cut it by about 75%, 70 to 80%. Let's see. We have $405,000. 434.8. Look here. And we divide that by 3. So that is $135,000, $135,000 instead of $405,000. Do you realize 9 out of 10 people you know that have this mortgage are going to pay at least $405,000 in interest on this or more? Because 9 out of 10 people you know will never pay off a mortgage. Never, ever. So they continue to be interest generating machines for life. Listen, it doesn't matter if you start out in a small 2-bedroom home, 1 bath, and you're able to grow that to your 6 or 7 or 10,000 square foot home, that 6 or 7 bedrooms with all ensuite baths. It doesn't really matter because you started here and you finish there, but you will never pay it all off. Most of us, 90% of us, will never pay it off. How would you like to be able to do exactly that? Buy your property using the bank's money at a 75% discount. Go up to listen, you don't even have to do it from the beginning. You can do on the mortgage you have now. You can go with the mortgage you have now and then say to, and we'll do a free, here it is. It was mentioned before, Kurt, I'm getting ready to do it. Not only are we going to give you a book, but Kurt mentioned it. If you have a mortgage and other debt and you want a free, boy, this is something here today. We've been giving away a lot of stuff. Do you want to know the month, day, and year you could be debt free? How much interest you could save? That is our savings and earnings report. If you want a free savings and earnings report, you can have it today. Folks, we're in the last half hour of this. We've been giving away stuff all day. Okay. You can know you can know the month, day, and year you could be debt free. Come on, Kurt.
It's crazy, man.
And how much interest you can save. Oh man, listen, I'm going to not only that, but as Kurt, can I get you to talk about that for a minute, how significant that is? Because I want to give an example. I want to give an example of what it looks like to save that kind of money. So I want to bring up some stuff here. So while you're doing that.
Yeah. So listen, guys, the savings and earning report, I don't know if Don is going to show it to us, but I'm telling you, man, it is a game changer. It is a game changer. You can see your numbers, your finances, your bills, your details, your your timeline, and the program is going to give you both views. Meaning, if you continue doing what you're doing now, and the time it's going to take you, and it is going to compare that to if you grab the opportunity cost calculator, what that date and time will look like in terms of when you'll be able to pay off your debt. So it is a game changer. You know, they say knowledge is power. And the truth of the matter is, if you're making decisions without knowing what the options are, then you actually can't make an informed decision. And so getting the savings and earnings report is so critical because it allows you to have the power, it allows you to have the information so that you can make an informed decision. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So definitely want to make sure you guys get a chance to tap in. Go to ice10k.com, get the savings and earnings report. I'm putting it on the screen for you guys to see it. But if you go to ice10k.com, you will see step 2. It says get the savings and earnings report. You click that. It's going to take you to a page on the P.I.L.L Method website. You've got to fill out some information. This is the thing. This is the why it's so critical. You have to put some information into the system so that Don and his team can generate a report. That report is going to be based on the information you put in. So you put in the thing, you got to verify your number, and you put in the information that's necessary. Once you do that, you are then set up to be able to receive this document that Don is actually about to show right now. Don, are you ready?
I am ready. I am ready. All right.
All right, here it is, man.
All right. So hold on for just a second. I got to send something out.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, this document, we're looking at the top of right now. I have one of these for myself. I have one of these for my family with my numbers on there. And what we're saying right now is, family, and he's going to go through it. He's going to show you all of the details. He's going to show you all of the intricate information that this document has on it. And this is what we're saying right now is 200th episode, fam. This document, this savings and earnings report for my folks on Clubhouse, you might want to come on over, hit the 10K card, click on the YouTube link on the 10K card, come on over. You might want to see this because this seeing is believing. But this is a document that you can get for free. Now, if you get this document and you decide, I don't necessarily need or want Don to explain this to me or his team to explain this to me, you still get the document for free. So I want to make sure you guys understand that. I want to make sure you guys get a chance to see that. Don, let me know when you're ready. We'll put that document back on the screen.
All right, let's put it back. Let's put it back.
All right. I have.
Listen, let me fix that right now.
Here we go.
That right now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Put it back up here
Boom.
right now.
All right. So folks, here's what we call a comparative. Every single client gets this. This is based on a savings and earnings report. But let me do this first. Here's a person who had a mortgage for this is a brand new mortgage. It is $204,000 at 4%. We're pointing out that in the first 5 years, they're going to pay this mortgage down by a little over $18,000. And it's going to cost them $37,000 in interest. Look at this now. I need you to focus in on this. If you're new to the room, go to YouTube so you can see this. It's going to cost them $37,325.80 in interest in the first 5 years to pay their loan down by $18,000. Total amount spent, $56,000. $56,000 in the first 5 years. And $37,000 of it is going to go to interest. I need you to focus in on this $37,000. Let me just scroll down to the end here. Here's what I need you to see. The bank wants them to pay $37,000 in interest in the first 5 years, just to pay off $18,000. We're going to show this family how they are going to pay. All right. They're going to pay only $41,000 to pay off the $204,000 that they owe and be done in 7.5. And I need you to get this. I need you to get this. Instead of paying $37,000 in the first 5 years to pay off just $18,000, using the P.I.L.L method, using the same budget that they have, they're going to be able to only pay $41,000, not the $143,000 in interest that the bank wants total. Bank wants total $143,000. We're going to show them how to pay just $41,408, and pay off the loan not in 30 years, but in 7.5. And then the money that they're not spending on interest for the next 22 years or so, we're going to show them how to turn it into $815,000. Let me show you how a actual report breaks down. Okay, here is a report on commercial buildings. $2 million worth of commercial buildings here. $2 million. Okay. And on that $2 million worth of commercial buildings, and I'm going to highlight that the bank wants $1,123,000 in interest and wants this investor to pay this over 21.9 years. With the P.I.L.L method, this investor is only going to pay $231,468 in interest. That is an $891,000 savings. That is 79%, not 75, but 79% interest reduction over what the bank wants. And they're going to be able to pay off $2 million worth of debt using their current budget in 4.9 years because of all the interest they will not pay. So if they can acquire the same asset for $891,000 less, why wouldn't they? And then take that money, watch this now, here's the last number, and over the next 17 years, turn that money into $9,314,000. And folks, this number here, this $9 million, that's at a 1% return on this investor's money. That is a very conservative return. What if they're used to getting 10, 15%? That's why we don't quote what he's actually getting on his investments, because the number would be, this number alone is unbelievable, Doc. This number alone is unbelievable. $9 million that they could earn with the money that they're giving to the bank, that they're not going to give to the bank. That's $9 million that he can earn for his family. Listen, if you're not a real estate investor, okay, listen, I met Kirk. The first time I met him, he had his kids with him. They didn't even come up to my knee. Okay.
Right.
All right. And then now, how far away are they from college now?
Oh my, so Carson just turned 13 in November, man.
What?
So yeah, bro. It's crazy.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. We've been in Huntsville for 7 years. In August, it'll be 8 years now. It's crazy.
Come on. And so now he's saving all kinds of money purchasing his house in interest. See, here's what he's not doing. He's not spending Carson's inheritance on interest. Right. What's your daughter's name? Kenzie. He's not spending Kenzie's money on interest. Okay.
We're not doing that.
They're going to be able to invest that money, not in making the bank rich, but in doing something for his family. Mm-hmm. That's what he's going to be able to do. Here's another one that's crazy. I met a real estate investor online who talked about they had a loan for 18% on a $200,000 mortgage for 30 years. At 18%, the bank wants $884,000 in interest over 30 years, even though this is a commercial property cash flowing. 18% means the bank wants $884,000. We're going to take that loan, not refinance it. We're going to take that loan and show him how he's only going to pay $172,000 in interest, which means to pay only $172,000 in interest, here's what he would have to have. I need to make this bigger so everybody can see it. Boom.
Oh, okay.
We're going to blow that up. Okay. To pay $172,000 in interest, you would need an interest rate of 4.67%. With the P.I.L.L method, we're taking an 18% loan using interest cancellation techniques, and making it perform like it was 4.67, saving $712,000 in interest they will not have to pay, and paying this loan off even at 18%, paying it off in 7.8 years.
Crazy.
Take the money that they're no longer giving to the bank, and over the next 22 years, turn it into, listen, how fast has 22 years come along? You've been in Huntsville how long?
I've been in Huntsville 7 years, man. That's
It
crazy.
seems like yesterday.
It really does.
Okay?
It really does.
Folks, it comes too fast. It comes too fast. Over the next 22 years, he could take that money he was putting it, giving away to the bank, and turning it into $1,190,000, and that's at a 1% return on his money.
That's why I'm excited. Right.
We're giving this thing away. We're giving this thing away for free. You get it for free.
Yep.
If you want it, just go to the report for free. Go to ice10k.com. All right. Now, here's the last piece. We've been doing this for a while, though. But I talked to somebody on Clubhouse the other day, and they love what we've been doing, but they don't love. Here's what they don't love: how they purchased information from the internet and from Clubhouse from other people, and they didn't get what they paid for.
Mm-hmm.
They did not get what they paid for. With the P.I.L.L method, now this is not new. We've been doing this for 17 years. You're going to get in writing a lifetime guarantee.
Mm.
Not only will you get the results that we give you here, generally, the results that we give you on this sheet here, we guarantee these numbers. But guess what? Generally, you get 10 to 17% better performance than I'm even showing here. And we guarantee this, that our program, we guarantee it for life. We do what we say, or you don't pay. We're going to guarantee your results. There's no other program on Clubhouse or on YouTube or anywhere else that's going to guarantee your results in writing. If you follow the program, we're going to guarantee that you'll get these results, or we give you your money back. There's no risk to you here. None. And if you don't believe that, he says, well, that sounds kind of scammy. Go ahead and Google P.I.L.L method, or put it in the search engine called Bing or Dogpile or any other search engine, or Yahoo. Search P.I.L.L method, okay? And you'll find out that P.I.L.L method is more popular than birth control, and you won't find one negative word about our program from someone who's actually used the program. You'll hear some from some haters, but not from people who have actually used the program in 17 years. Not one negative word. We have a 5-star rating with Better Business Bureau and no complaints, none. This is what we're offering to everybody today. Nabia, are you still here? Because we're in the last couple of minutes here. Let's do your outro. Do your outro and tell us about the 140 what?
147, sir. 147 different home buying programs. There's so many out here in these home buying streets, and I want to make this process a little bit easier. Again, my name is Nabia Yehuda Harbin, and I am a licensed real estate agent serving in the South Florida area, but I know people everywhere. So no matter what state you're in, if you're looking for something, you can hit me up and I can definitely serve you in the capacity that I need to. So we're giving away, I love this room. There's a book called The Giving Tree. Right now, we want to get our roots planted really deep in the ground for giving. But yeah, we want to give some things away. We got this book, we got the 10K card, and I am giving away a list of home buying programs. There are hundreds. There are some by state. There are some by city. There are some by your ethnicity. Did you know that? Yeah. So I've got it compiled all in one document. There will be no spam. I will not reach out to you if you do not reach out to me. This is about you taking the next step. So I want to make sure that you get this. Had some people already hit me up. Of course, I got a lot of irons in the fire, but I definitely am going to take a minute after I lay my mic down and send this out. Guys, this is the opportunity. I mentioned an acronym for now, NOW, no opportunity wasted. This is your moment. This is your life. Let's get it back on track and let's get this thing on and popping. Not only can I get you this list of home buying programs, ICE 10K, the Iceman cometh to set you free from that death pledge, because that's what mortgage means, death pledge. And we want to stop giving the bank the money that we should be giving to our children and our children's children. And with that, I will yield.
Thank you very much. Keisha on the back channel says, if you were a scam, your name would have been blasted into the stratosphere. You got that right. Listen,
Yes.
over 200 shows, somebody would have said, you know what, this can't be it. So Kurt, listen, the last few seconds, you have a giveaway, and then I'm going to end up the show.
Yep. Listen, man. A couple of people have hit me already. I've seen some DMs on Instagram. I'm seeing some of the scheduled notifications come through for the 15 minutes. I think. Listen, I want to say kudos to all of you who have taken advantage. I can't tell you how many times I'm on stages or I get a chance to speak, and I share my QR code, I share my digital card, and folks do not take that opportunity to grab 15 minutes and sit down and talk. I mean, this is a golden opportunity. Nabia is giving you a golden opportunity. If you're in this room, clearly you want to pay off a mortgage. Clearly you're in the homeowner business, or you at least want to buy a house. 147 programs is something amazing. What I'm offering is the opportunity to take your business brand, your book, your hustle to the next level by using and leveraging live video. Live video in one of the statements of my community has come up with is live video is a little glimpse of omnipresence. Let that sink in for a little bit. All right. We can't be everywhere at the same time, but with live video, Don is able to be on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. People can watch him literally all over the world. He's live on Clubhouse, live video, one video per day. Well, one video, I should say 3 times a week for Don, allows him to not only do this message live, answer questions live, but it allows him to answer those same questions for others who are watching replays all over the world. Live video is one of those vehicles I believe that you need to be leveraging, needs to be part of your strategy. And I would love to chat with you about that, about the best ways to integrate it into what you're doing. Grab 15 minutes. That's my free offer to you. If you guys are catching the replay tomorrow, you're going to find that you go to that link, that 15 minutes is no longer available. So definitely grab those 15 minutes today. Kudos to those who have already done it. Don, back to you.
Thank you, sir. So be with me. So folks, you're going to go to ice10k.com, get your free savings and earnings report. You can know the month, day, and year you're going to be debt free. Get a free copy of my book. Buy the paperback on Amazon today, and then screenshot your receipt, load it up on IG, on my Instagram, and you're with your address, and we will send you out a signed copy from me. Also, get a 10K card today, folks. Get a 10K card sponsored by P.I.L.L Method. And all you have to do is go to CEO Sean, CEOSEAN.com. And then you'll be able to get that. So, folks, we're going to get out of here. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure serving you for 200 episodes. We're going to hear the last word we're going to hear is from Dr. Eric Thomas, who didn't sit on the sideline. He's heard this and he moved on it and paid off his mortgage. Yes, it was E.T., the hip hop preacher. Folks, we're going to be right back here on Friday. Thank you very much for 200 episodes. We'll see you Friday.
Listen to me, y'all. But one of his mentees took us through one of their programs, and I paid off my mortgage. But guess what happened? My marriage went to a whole nother level. And you know why? Because my wife is a security freak. And even when I blew up, my wife would be like, oh, you blew up, but how long is you gonna keep making this kind of money? I was like, I don't know, forever. She's like, you sure? because I'm gonna keep my license as a nurse just in case you don't. So when I paid the house off, my boy was like, you ain't gotta do that, you can do this. But when I paid the house off using that program, it took the stress level all the way down for my wife because we no longer had a mortgage. Does that make sense? That thing that was coming every month, that was getting on her nerves, we didn't have that no more. And so she was at rest.